With the secrecy surrounding President Trump's health issues, many Americans wondered, are we being told the full story? The truth is, we've been here before. From cancer surgery on a yacht to a president secretly paralyzed by strokes that left the White House under a First Lady's control, history is full of presidential health cover-ups. Throughout American history, several presidents went to extraordinary lengths to hide their medical conditions from the public. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the hidden medical secrets of US presidents. Chester A. Arthur, who assumed the presidency after the assassination of James Garfield in 1881, was the first president to deliberately mislead the public about his health. Within a year of taking office, Arthur was diagnosed with Bright's disease, a kidney disorder that caused fatigue, swelling, and pain, and was almost always fatal in the 19th century. Arthur often retreated to bed and sought relief in warmer climates. On one trip to Florida, he nearly died, yet when pressed by reporters, he insisted he was in tip-top shape. The truth is, his kidneys were failing, and his presidency was marked by a steady decline. Grover Cleveland. In 1893, Grover Cleveland discovered a cancerous tumor inside his mouth. At a time when Wall Street was already panicked by an economic depression, news of a sick president could have triggered chaos. So Cleveland vanished. Over the July 4th holiday aboard a yacht off New York's coastline, surgeons secretly removed part of his upper jaw and 5 teeth. A rubber prosthetic plate was inserted to replace the missing bone. The operation was dangerous. His doctors feared he might not survive. To the press, officials claimed it was nothing more than dental problems. In reality, the President of the United States had cancer surgery on a boat. Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson's health struggles began decades earlier. In the 1890s, he suffered 2 strokes that left him partially blind in one eye. He never admitted this publicly. In 1919, while campaigning for the Treaty of Versailles, Wilson collapsed and suffered another devastating stroke. It left him partially paralyzed and unable to govern effectively. His wife, Edith Wilson, quietly stepped in. She screened documents, made decisions, and controlled access to the president. To the outside world, Wilson was still in charge, but in reality, his wife was running the government behind closed doors. There's another famous world leader who also suffered from several strokes and still went on to complete his term in office. Leave a comment if you know who I'm talking about. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Franklin Delano Roosevelt publicly admitted to contracting polio in 1921, but he hid the true extent of his disability. He was permanently paralyzed from the waist down. Heavy braces allowed him to stand briefly, but he relied on aids for support. Photographers were forbidden from capturing him being lifted or struggling with mobility. By the 1940s, FDR's health was deteriorating further. He suffered from high blood pressure, heart disease, and arteriosclerosis. In 1944, critics said he was too weak to serve a 4th term. To prove them wrong, he rode through New York in an open car during a cold rainstorm. Less than a year later, in April 1945, Roosevelt died from a massive cerebral hemorrhage. The public had no idea just how frail he truly was. Dwight Eisenhower. Dwight Eisenhower, or Ike, the hero of World War II, also struggled with serious health problems. In 1949, he experienced crushing chest pain, most likely a heart attack. While in office, his press secretary dismissed later chest pains as bad food, but these were signs of further cardiac problems. In 1955, vacationing in Denver, Eisenhower suffered a massive coronary thrombosis. His doctor initially told reporters it was digestive upset. Only when it became undeniable was the truth revealed. The president had nearly died of a heart attack. John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy appeared young, vigorous, and healthy, but appearances were deceiving. He suffered from Addison's disease, a disorder in which the adrenal glands, on top of the kidneys, fail to produce essential hormones. In the 1960s, it was considered life-threatening. Symptoms included fatigue, weight loss, and dangerously low blood pressure. JFK also endured chronic back pain, multiple surgeries, and heavy reliance on painkillers and steroids. During the 1960 election, Lyndon Johnson leaked rumors of Kennedy's illness, but his campaign denied it, claiming he was the picture of health. Only decades later did the full truth emerge. Kennedy had governed the nation while gravely ill. Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Woodrow Wilson, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Dwight Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy. Each of these men concealed the truth about their health. Some did it to protect their political careers, others to preserve national stability. But their stories raise an important question. If the health of our leaders is kept hidden, how much do we really know about the people in charge? Let me know in the comments if you think the general public has a right to know if their leaders are incapacitated due to poor health. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Stay healthy, stay safe, and remember, the truth will set you free.